What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a beautiful summer if you're somewhere where it's summer. Maybe if you're in Australia, happy winter. So here I am outside in my backyard. Just rained a little bit, which was good because it was extremely hot. Very humid here on the northeast corridor of America. But today I went to a place called Veggie Heaven. It's a really good restaurant. It's everything that's in there is vegetarian, and it's like Chinese food but vegetarian. So they make chicken, but it's like fake chicken. They make beef, but it's not real beef. So anyway, I always get really excited when I get a fortune cookie, and that's just something I always look forward to and get excited about. So my fortune cookie for the day was, here it is. Bam. Our life is the creation of our mind. And it excited me to do a video about this topic. Our life is the creation of our mind, because it is something I've been focusing on since Dr. Pillai came and did another seminar here in New York about a month or so ago. And he talked about this from the standpoint of a mantra which is connected to a form of Shiva, Shiva being the highest, most pure being in the Hindu and yoga tradition, this being, and how we can become this being, how we are this being. It's just the idea that you're not this being that gets you into trouble. And he broke things down in terms of, from a higher level of consciousness, you say, I am this. So if you want money, you say, I am money. Or I am a star. I am a dance teacher. I am a doctor. Whatever it is, right? I am that. Then you go to a lower level of consciousness, and then you say, this I am. So now the duality begins, and you start to say, it's this that I am, instead of I am this. And then you get to another level, which is, I am not this, or this I am not. Which basically you're now in full duality mode, and you say, my thought is here, this reality is there. There is separation between my thought and the outer reality. And so he gave us a mantra to contact this form of Shiva, this pure being, which is Sada Shivam. And he wanted us to focus this sound wave, Sada Shivam, S-A-D-A-S-I-V-O-M. But it sounds like a she. So he wanted us to put Sada Shivam over and over into our midbrain. So we focused on the top of the head. This is where the soul comes in and out of the body, or at least one of the gateways. And so you focus on that point, which is at the center of the top of the head, and then you go into the midbrain. And once you focus there and you place your consciousness there, then you can start to see that there's no separation between the outer and the inner. You will gain this wisdom, you will start to live it without even trying. And since then, I've actually been having some interesting experiences. You can call it synchronicity. But I don't fully like synchronicity, just because synchronicity still kind of, for me, when I say synchronicity, it gives this feeling of not fully understanding what's going on. By that I mean, okay, like what this fortune cookie is saying, your life is a creation of the mind. When you fully see things as one and the same, that your thought is the chair. That's why there's a chair, because you are the chair. There no longer seems to be a synchronicity or like some interesting moment that it just so happened to line up. Of course it lined up. Everything lines up because everything is what you are. So then it no longer then seems like synchronicity. Maybe you could follow that train of feeling that I express. But every way in which I've been able to in these past, I could just say this past month, since I've used the mantra just a little bit, but just him being here and infusing his consciousness, his energy within the body, if you're open to it, will change your life. So since then, I've had some experiences with acknowledging this reality that, you know, the thought and the external are one and the same. And they're not all great stories. You know, some of them are painful realities. Some of them actually are great teachings, but it's suffering. You know, sometimes we still use pain and suffering to get our point across. And so in this one experience I'm thinking about a week ago, we all have stars. When I say stars, celebrities that we find very attractive. So there was this one star, and I got into a self-pity mode of why I cannot attain any kind of relationship with someone of this status, because, you know, I'm not a millionaire, you know, I'm not in the whole light world, the spotlight in that way. And I got into this whole feeling of, you know, once again, duality consciousness. And so I was looking at this video clip of her talking about how when she was younger, she was this big foodie, and that she won this contest of eating 32 pancakes or 33 pancakes in 20 minutes, something like that, which is like crazy. But anyway, so I saw that clip, and then from there I went to another clip of a woman who is a supermodel that I met a couple years back. And I think I did that because this was where I could see a connection, where I could see that I had, quote-unquote, achieved a connection with a woman of that stature. And I had, you know, somewhat of a relation with this woman for a couple of days when I was in Mexico, and she was beautiful, from Argentina, supermodel. So I clicked on one of her videos, which I hadn't seen in a while, but this video was new, but I hadn't paid attention to her or anything for a while. So I click on this video, maybe you hear the rain. So I clicked on this video, and lo and behold, it's her making a pancake. And that was the lesson. I saw a beautiful divine lesson in this. You could say synchronicity, but what I was seeing is how there is this connection. There is this connection of the universe showing me, you know, that we're all one and the same, and not to feel a distinction. Hey, how you doing? So, so with that, I would just say, feel that oneness. You know, instead of thinking that you're here, thought is here, reality is over there. Connect them as one and the same. So, peace, love, and light.